Alright, so we're going to talk about the quantity of law enforcement that I have spoken with that have absolutely refused to do their jobs. When I was in Virginia, the police needed to take a police report from me. They took me to the hospital, and I was severely dehydrated, and still have that paperwork, thank goodness. But I tried to go to law enforcement and explain to them what was going on. And they didn't care. They didn't bother to take a police report. When I was released from the hospital, I was given a piece of paper where the nearest service was 8 miles away. They told me that my car would be safe, and it wasn't. They had it towed. See, that's the thing, is that I needed medical help. I was severely dehydrated. I was having a severe panic attack over the way that Alicia Bollinger was treating me. I'd had a few friends of mine die that month, and I'd gotten rid of a lot of people that were just no good for me. Like Candace Bondurant. She was out of my life. When I was in Virginia, I got rid of her. I'm not going to stand somebody lying to my face. I'm just not. If you're gonna fucking lie to me, you just need to get the fuck out of my life. I'm also not gonna stand for people who are human rights activists, like Colin Kaepernick. If you want Colin Kaepernick punched in the throat, yes, I'm gonna have an issue, and I am gonna say something. I'm not just gonna stroll past. If a soldier punches Colin Kaepernick in the throat, that can kill Colin Kaepernick. The punishment should fit the crime. If a soldier does that to Colin Kaepernick, I think that that soldier should be punched in the throat. Law enforcement here in Nebraska was made aware on multiple occasions about the situation between Natalie and I and the threats. Officer Jordan Anderson in specific. Now, those of you who have seen the video with Laura Nelson, Graham, myself, and that officer, you see that as soon as Graham tells him that I'm autistic, that officer automatically just blows it off. Automatically, his question is, so he just needs somebody to talk to. No, I needed somebody to actually fucking investigate, but instead of listening to me, he listened to Graham, who had no fucking clue what was going on. Fuck Graham. By the way, that's Tabby's new boyfriend. He was her ex-boyfriend's best friend. How very Christian of him. The fact is, Sheriff Scott DaCosta was aware that his officers, including Officer Cody Selhorst, Officer Jordan Anderson, and Officer Jared Hahn, had done wrong, had not done their jobs, had blown me off, had done everything in their power not to investigate. Why? Because Natalie was dead. They were aware that a disabled person was being threatened, harassed, and assaulted, and they did nothing. The fact is, the Bollinger family did everything in their power to fuck with my head, and the police did the same. Every time that I went to try to turn in a police officer, I was threatened, harassed, and assaulted. I should say, and or assaulted. Some of those occasions, they arrested me for trying to turn in bad officers. And some of those occasions, they used suicide watch to prevent me from turning in those officers. Every hospital in America has the same protocol when you're homeless and you're suicidal. That's why if you're homeless and suicidal, you don't say nothing. You keep it to yourself. You're not allowed to have emotions. You're not allowed human emotions. Meanwhile, you take more punishment than anyone else in America. Homelessness is victimization. I had a job almost the whole time I was homeless. And still, people see me and they go, "Hey, you need to get a job, you fucking slob." There's a song about that, by the way. Police need to be forced to do their jobs. The fact is, these officers worked across multiple jurisdictions to prevent me from making a report against them. They assaulted me and slandered my name in the media, just like the Bollingers did. And I'm not allowed to speak out. It is my First Amendment right to speak out. Because of all of the crimes committed against me, the slander, the harassment, the bullying, the threats, the assaults, every officer that I spoke to committed a felony. Every single one. Because of the slander by the media who only looked at one side, I have been made a target for the last 2 years. The only way to possibly get an honest day in court is public outcry. And the public doesn't give a shit because of the slander I was never allowed to defend myself against. People want to be angry that I made videos about them. How do you think I feel, bitch? How do you think I feel, Tabby? How do you think I feel, Kelly? Katie? How do you think I feel? Peaches? How do you think I feel? You get to see your loved ones. You aren't being threatened, harassed, and assaulted over this. You chose to lie to me and say that you would make a police report, and you never did. Aaron Cockerham, Mandy Hughes, Laura Nelson. And all of you use the same excuses. The police won't listen to me. The police won't listen to me. Then go in together, you fucking bastards. When you go in alone, they turn off their body cameras and brush you off if you're trying to turn something like this in. You have to go in with someone else, like I did. Thank goodness for Molly Smith. Fuck the rest of you. You want to be pissed off that I posted our conversations? You're not taking this abuse. Well, I was made a target by the public. While I was made a target by the police and by the Bollinger family and never allowed to defend myself. While hundreds of people are getting on every post and posting it as spam. While I am prevented from speaking to my loved ones. While I'm having my belongings stolen. Being forcibly drugged. You didn't do shit! I posted those things because that's the truth. Those conversations are the truth. You don't want those up there? How the fuck do you think I feel? Type my name on the internet. Look at all that goddamn slander. And you know it's slander. But you won't do a goddamn thing about it. Because you're fucking cowards. While I stick up for our rights. While you have family and friends that you can see, you can speak with, you can talk to. While you have multiple incomes and a roof over your goddamn head. And yet you lied to me repeatedly when you said that you would go in with me. If you didn't lie, then you would have come forward. You would have told the courts why it is that you couldn't make it. You would have made a fucking police report. You would have done something. Those things that you said in those videos, if they're not true, that's on you. If you lied to me in those videos, it's on you. Those videos show the truth. And if you didn't tell the truth, then you are a predator too. Just like Danica Garner. Just like Shelley Campbell. Just like Ted Bollinger and Alicia Bollinger. If you lied, knowing that I was being abused, then you deserve prison too.